bothering us again. But the hand wasn't aboard, so keep your eyes open. What's your position?
Cleared out the tower courtyard. Heading up to the top.
Stay put. I'm almost there.
Yeah, well, I don't see an off switch on this lift, so...
Stay put.
Guess we're going in.
Show yourself, font of Yonkao. I draw you forth through the power of Thradako, the Binding Stone.
We've got a problem.
What is it?
More like who? Sandrak's here.
What? Hold your position. I'm on my way.
He'll be gone by then.
That was an order, Initiate.
Say again? I'm losing you.
You do know I can just see you waving your hand around, right?
An immortal?
Welcome, brother. Do you know who I am?
Sandrak.
I suppose Kirkin has poisoned you against me by now.
She didn't have to. Your men killed my family.
Did they? I have no memory of that. A great many people have died in this war. Would it comfort you to know that I'm close to ending it?
Don't turn your back on me!
Send him to his family.
I need more time to finish this. Let me give you a hand. broken and you are bound.
What is this place? Wait, this is the Shrouded Realm. Uh-oh, is that the Pentasod?
Jack! What happened? Sandrak and the Hand vanished when I arrived.
He cast some kind of spell. I tried to stop him.
You were supposed to wait for me, Initiate.
The ley line, he absorbed it. I don't understand. I saw something.
Saw what?
When his spell was cast, I left my body. I went somewhere else.
Out with it.
I saw the Pentasod. It's alive. Sir, we should talk. Up there, Sandrak referred to me as a brother. And not like, oh, hey, look, it's another Magnus, but more like...
Like someone from his order.
Exactly.
Complicated subject. One I'm not going to get into here.
You're not going to explain how Sandrak is an immortal.
Was.
You're not going to explain how Sandrak was an immortal.
Thought I made that clear, Initiate. That's something Kirkin will talk to you about when she thinks it's right. Some of us don't like...
You know, I've gotta tell you, the secrets you guys are keeping from me, they're getting old. Magni caused the wound. Ley lines can, I guess, be absorbed. And oh, yeah, Sandrak used to be an immortal.
The middle one was thought to be impossible. Magni shouldn't be able to control the fonts like that.
And how would I know that? No one's even told me what a font is, and that's kind of my point. I should just go.
Wait a minute. Listen. About your vision of the Shrouded Realm, I wanted you to know something.
Yeah.
The Pentasod. It is alive. All we ever see here, in this world, in our world, is only the physical manifestation of its true form in the Shrouded Realm. In Kalthus, our mystics say this form visits them in dreams in the winter. In other parts of Aveum, prophets, saints, madmen have all claimed to have seen it at one time or another.
So I'm a saint, is what you're saying.
I just wanted you to know that you're not...
That I'm not special? No worries, sir. Kirkin lets me know that all the time.
Can you ever shut up? I'm saying you don't have to feel alone, Jack. I don't want you to feel like you might become a pariah.
Careful. You could end up being nice to me for the first time ever.
You're impossible.
No, I mean it. That was really kind of you. Thanks.
All right. I'll meet you back at the Palathon. Sandrak absorbing a ley line isn't something we're even remotely prepared for. Kirkin will be eager to talk.
I'm Jack. Saw you wore the Immortals glyph. Figured I'd introduce myself.
You're the new recruit. I'm the Viscount Hauserel, Lord of Severnridge and Eye of Lavenry. Sorry I missed your induction ceremony, Jack.
On a mission, your lordship?
Sure. Honestly, I didn't think anyone would pass selection this time around. No one has in years. So I dallied. Apologies again, I should have been here for you.
No worries. So, what was the mission?
I'm a hexbrand, Jack. Do you know what that is?
Oh, an assassin.
Yes. You can figure out the mission from there.
I didn't think the Immortals had assassins.
Understandable. It's not really tip of the spear now, is it? The Immortals are more than that, it's just Kirkin's favorite way of selling it.
Does she give you a target list? Writs? Devin said writs once.
Call them sanctions. Their approval is a nebulous mix of Lavenry, the Grand Magnus, Circumstance, and myself. Are you interested in taking one on?
Wait, we can do that? How?
The Order of Masks have a group of Magni called the Six that range far from Rasharn. Lucian needs them dead. If you want the sanction, it's yours. That's how we do it.
Being a Viscount, that means you have a claim to the throne, right?
I'm 15th in line and never getting closer. Realistically, you have as much claim as I do.
Uh-huh, sure. What's it like being part of a dynastic house?
It's bad for one's health.
Come on.
Oh, I'm serious. Why else would so many of us train as assassins? There's the ever-war between kingdoms, and then there's the little war known in every court in Aveum. They're the same except for scale. Magni obsessed with fighting other Magni for the rule of magic. I have to watch my back on two fronts.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
I heard you fought the hand alone, Jack. It's good to see you in one piece. The others are waiting for you in the war chamber.
Jack, heard you walk right up into a whole thing.
Take up a position at the table, Initiate. There's a lot to talk about.
Any of these possible font shapes look familiar?
None.
Sounds like Zendara filled you in, sir, but I've got about 1,000,000 questions.
Story time, Jack.
And I used to really love story time.
The Shrouded Realm is a world of raw, untempered magic. A magic so formless and wild, it's impossible to master.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Then the Pentasod came to that world and created the fonts. 5 great anchors that connected the Shrouded Realm to Aveum. The ley lines spread out from these fonts, traveling through both worlds, turning the Shrouded Realm's magic into a resource we could use.
If someone could capture the power of a font, they'd control magic in a way that no Magnus has before.
Like a living leyline tower, capable of drawing magic from the very source, capable of even redirecting it away from other Magni.
Sandrak has done exactly that. We believe he's in possession of a Thrada Cull, a binding stone, an artifact that can control the fonts.
So that's what I saw the hand pull out of the ruins.
That's right. With it, Sandrak will eventually be able to block our access to magic completely. Then the Everwar is over.
Over? As in he takes over Lucium?
As in, he takes over everything.
Sir, respectfully and whatever, you're wrong.
Excuse me?
Oh boy.
You said it yourself. Magic is a resource. Just because Sandrak absorbed a font or whatever doesn't mean his power is endless. It's just that it's probably ginormous. If he found a way to use the Binding Stone, so can we. We can take it back and then...
Make yourself at home.
I bring you good news, sister. Peace is near. Allow me to let you witness it,
A small kindness between friends.
if you would have it.
We were just discussing what the best response would be to your desecration of the fonts.
Had you yet concluded you have none? Let us meet at Nicaea to discuss the terms of your surrender. I hear now you speak for your king. So there should...
Trap!
The boy does not know me. You have my word. The traditions of Aristea will be upheld, without violence. I see a Lucium that genuinely survives this part of history. Can you?
Well, that was horrible. Course of action?
Devin, make sure every last trace of them is really gone. Zendara, I need you to speak to the Watch commanders.
We're meeting Sandrak at Nicaea.
We're outgunned, not outfought. Not yet. Jack, let's talk.
Is Zendara right? We're going to actually walk into Sandrak's trap.
It's not a trap. Sandrak fashions himself after the nobility of Aristea. He'll honor the tradition of Nicaea as neutral ground.
Sir, I know you don't plan to surrender.
Not even a little bit. We'll take him by surprise, hit him with everything we got, and hope the power of that binding stone of his is found wanting.
Okay, so it's our trap then.
The Immortals can't let Sandrak take control of magic, Jack. We have to take our chances.
Speaking of the Immortals and Sandrak having been an Immortal and you never telling me your fellow Immortal.
I figured this was coming. There's not a lot of time here.
I had a right to know. You recruited me the day Sandrak destroyed my home. I've been fighting against Rasharn ever since you told me.
What difference would it have made?
I don't know, but how do you benefit by constantly keeping secrets from me? You could have told me about the fonts long before any of this. You could have told me how using magic destroys the world before training me.
You joined the army, Jack, not the academy. You only needed to know what helped you in the field.
I don't feel that's a good enough answer, sir.
I'm sure you can live with it for the time being. If we survive Nicaea, we can talk about it again. Now, a few pieces need to fall into place for this ambush to work. I need you to take this to Captain Selko.
A portal stone. Any message to go along with it?
Selko will know what to do. You'll find him in Lordsfell along with a battalion of our soldiers.
Understood. I'll head out now. Perkin didn't say what that thing does.
Probably better you don't know, sir.
Is it though?
If you got captured.
Sure. It's just, if I knew the whole plan, it could be helpful, since I'm like, part of the plan. Am I right?
You have a point.
You aren't going to tell me, are you?
Nope.
Great. See you around, Captain.
Jack, Perkin's asking for an update.
I delivered the portal stone to Captain Selko. What's next?
Rendezvous with the rest of us at Nocia. Our parley with Sandrak is imminent.
Parlay.
What?
Never heard anyone actually use that word.
It's the nerves.
Uh-huh. See you soon. That's Nocia up ahead. Game face, Jack. Can I call dibs?
Not the time, Jack.
So, what's the plan?
To know, this all feels a bit improvisational, if I'm being honest.
You bring no banner?
Didn't feel the need.
I held a small hope you might see reason. Yet you remain the same Kirkin that made me abandon the Immortals years ago. Obsessed with victory, stranger to compromise. Your eye ever bent towards the world's ruin.
And you just want to save it.
I can. With this. Its mastery over the fonts means I can end the war.
You mean win the war? By turning the rest of us defenseless?
In our every meeting, a yipping pup.
Jack's right, though. You're not worthy of that power, Sandrak. Your airships bomb the free cities of the East and then wonder why they resist you now? The last order that surrendered to Rasharn, you burned their ambassadors alive. If my eye is ever bent towards the world's ruin, it's because I'm trying to stop the man causing so much of it.
Please, don't make me do this.
Captain Selko. You went mad. You didn't abandon us. You were exiled. And I'm still paying the price for not killing you.
Remember, this blood is on your hands.
It's the wound!
He's moving it!
We have to go! Now! Fall back!
Devin.
Jack, glad you're on your feet. That could have been so much worse. Took ages, but Zendara was finally able to dig you out of the rubble.
Oh, no, not her. I rather would have died. I'm never living that down.
Nope. Never.
How many did we lose?
Considering Sandrak just dropped a city into the wound, surprisingly few. But enough to have made his point. Kirkhan's left for Lavnery to talk with the king. He wants a full surrender after Nosea. There's even talk that Kirkhan's emergency powers may be rescinded.
So who's in charge?
Zendara. And I'll warn you, she's in a bit of a mood.
Kind of on brand for her.
I heard that!
Whoops.
Meet us in the war chamber, Jack. We've come to the conclusion that we're in desperate need of a plan.
Kirkhan may be gone, but our job's still the same. Eliminating Sandrak and his hold over the fonts.
There are 5, right? He can't have them all yet. We may not know what the Binding Stone does, or how Sandrak uses it, but we can try and keep him away from the rest if all of us just... What?
The fonts are hidden from us, Jack. Invisible. Buried in the liminal spaces where the borders between Aveum and the Shrouded Realm are weakest.
We only know the location of 2. The Palathon is actually built around one, and the other is in the Tower of Masks in Risharn.
Which means Sandrak's already used the Binding Stone to absorb its power.
We have to assume he has.
Technically, we now know the location of 3 fonts, but the one in the Pale Forest is, well, you saw what happened to it.
So that leaves the last 2, and only Sandrak knows where they are. Fine. Pin that, we concentrate on the Binding Stone instead. We know where that is. We just need to learn how to shut it off. And fast.
Not necessarily. According to my research, a Thradda cult takes a huge toll on its possessor. Sandrak will have to rest before doing another stunt like that. We may have a little time.
Which leads us to former Grand Magnus, Thaddeus. Kirkhan's predecessor, now in exile. The oldest of us that still lives. By all accounts, he was an expert on Aristea. If there's a weakness to the very Aristean Binding Stone, he'll know about it. In theory.
Sticky wicket, the situation with Thaddeus.
That's not important.
Kind of feels like it is.
What Zendara means to say is it doesn't matter that Thaddeus hates the Immortals and everything we stand for, because you'll undoubtedly figure out a way to convince him to help us. And a bonus potential setback, because the universe is cruel. Like the remaining fonts, we also don't know where Thaddeus is.
His last known location was the Sky Islands of Oromon, digging through the archives at the Library of Akoth.
Okay, then what are we waiting for? I go to Oromon, make nice with a friendly librarian.
Actually getting to Oromon is difficult, Initiate. You're gonna need to learn how to ride a ley line. Devin, you're running support. Walk Jack through what he needs to do to get airborne.
Ready when you are, Jack. You'll need a special spell to properly ride the ley lines, and a strong stomach.
Why? What's this spell like?
Like Lash, only more panic, vertigo, and fear of heights. Fortunately, there's a Shroud Fane in the Harrows where you can find one.
The Harrows over in Havenshire? Got it. All right, I'll be quick. But hey, you okay? We never really got to talk about what happened at Nicaea.
They're hard for me to pass, honestly. My feelings on all of that destruction. Call me when you have the spell and I'll tell you where we go from there.
Yes, sir.